Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live trading this afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the part of the world. And today is the 18th of August, Tuesday, 2026. And yeah, there is no red flag news today, apparently. So we seem to be all good today. We did have, of course, average earnings index from the UK, unemployment change from the UK as well, and we have like ADP change weekly as well, and housing permits. And in the next 15 minutes, we have also housing and building permits from the US. But all these are just like medium impact news events, so not much of a worry. But tomorrow we do have high impact news. Tomorrow we do have the pound CPI year on year, which you can go into um, the Discord and place your prediction. We also have CPI year on year from the euro. I'm surprised I did not see that. But yeah, that's what we have for tomorrow in the high impact news section. And you can vote tomorrow as to whether it will be worse than expected, better than expected, and the like. So that is what we have in store for tomorrow. So don't forget, guys, we do also have the promos running. Hello, Gaston. How are you doing? We do have the promos running. As a first time user, you can use the promo first OFP to get 40% off your account. Then, as a regular user, you can use the promo code OFP30 to get 30% off. So make sure you grab yourself an account before the 30th of August. And before we begin, quick disclaimer: this is not financial advice and is intended for educational purposes only. The trades I take here today are purely illustrative and should not be considered trading signals or recommendations. I'm just simply sharing my thoughts as I trade and my approach and everything like that for those who may be struggling in their trading, and also for those looking for different perspectives in terms of their trades they have taken. So note that these are not signals, just educational examples on how I approach the market. Right. So let's get right into the trading for today. So we have started off this live at $99. So this is where we have begun. So we kind of offset the risk. I'm sure you can see right here that the PNL has increased. So what happened yesterday is yeah, I offset the risk. We had this buy which had not to be there on USD CAD. We had open 0.05, but I opened up a 0.13. So we bought a 0.05 yesterday on USD CAD, and then we closed this one out, which had a loss of $88. But I managed to offset this with a sell trade on gold, which basically brought it close to break even beyond this $88.67 loss. And then, of course, we did have our take profit hit on New Zealand dollar, but we also are in another trade today on New Zealand dollar. So we see how that goes. We're aiming for the high here. But yeah, let's just get into the charts right now. Starting with Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD kind of dipped today a little bit, but now it seems to be up again. I do not know when it's going to finally come to our desired level here. It just seems to be coming up, going down, but we're yet to see. Then Aussie Yen. Aussie Yen, we have not yet had any opportunity to buy. It just seems to be going up. So we're just waiting for this to probably dip maybe even dipping below 113,200. We can buy from here, and then we go all the way up with it. Speaking of yen, euro yen is also pushing up strongly. It seems to now be aiming to recover all these losses that occurred. So nothing we can do on that end. Though we are in some trades on euro yen, and that's to the upside. But sadly, we cannot force this on. Like, we are in some losses here, so we're not going to be adding any more positions on this one. I think this is where we end it. Of course, our stop loss is all the way up here. So we're just waiting for that reversal to the downside. And it could happen. It could happen soon. Like the next time we're having um anything yen related is not anytime soon. Yeah, probably next month. Just checking out the calendar here. Oh, so we only have GDP quote unquote on September 8th. Apart from that, we do not have any yen related news. So maybe this may continue going up. But again, what goes up must come down. So overall, we do have our hedge on Aussie yen. That's why we want to get so badly into Aussie yen right now so that we can hedge this out. But we'll wait for the opportunity to arise, then we shall enter. Then pound CAD. Pound CAD is slowly dropping. We are finally almost to our last level here of the drop. We do have pound used to borrow. That is a CPI. So maybe that will actually do it on pound CAD. We're yet to see. Then pound Swissy. Pound Swissy, we did enter and we're aiming for the very top here. I have though put a pending order like a buy on this previous low so that if it does dip, we buy it again to the upside. Then New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, I already covered this. We are looking to come all the way up here. So we entered here. So we're already in profit. We're looking to come all the way up here to make a new high. Then USD CAD. USD CAD yesterday kind of pushed up strongly, but right now it's consolidating. We are still waiting to come all the way up here, possibly. Not sure when, but yeah, we're just waiting to come all the way up here to our take profit area. And then USD Swiss. USD Swiss is still in the green. We are still waiting to see what the dollar will do, and when it does do it, we'll be ready to take ourselves all the way to the top here at 82 or 0.82. So that is what we're anticipating on dollar Swiss. Then Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, we've had a very strong recovery, which was on Monday. It continued up also to today. Yeah, so all the way from Monday, we had a push up from New Zealand dollar. Even today, we're still pushing up. So right now, it's just having that pullback. So hopefully, after like tomorrow's Euro CPI, maybe CPI might actually push this up to the upside and then finally touch our take profit. But we should also be wary of what's happening here. At least if we can hit this take profit today, this can be great. Like before the Euro CPI, then the market can do whatever it wants to do. So they're just anticipating the move to the downside on Euro Aussie. And I'm skeptically still holding a sell on gold. You are currently all right, Gaston. Holding that sell on gold isn't really a problem. We'll get into it in a bit. And I'm not in this US 30 sell because I don't like the way it's dropping so slowly. Yes, US 30 has been dropping slowly. Let's actually look at it right now. So let's look at US 30. Yeah, so US 30 has been trickling down. It seems to be aiming for this support level. But I think it's aiming for this resistance level around 5 to 900. Then maybe we might bounce from there. Yeah, slow markets sometimes aren't really the best, but sometimes that's when you might miss on the big move. Because just look at yen, what yen did. It was consolidating, like moving slowly to the downside, then it pumped up, then it finally dropped down. So you might miss big moves like this. But if your strategy does not align with that, then there's no need to actually force things with US 30. So only enter when you do see some serious momentum. And our pin now is actually up from $90 to $94. Then let's actually now look at gold. So gold stretched all the way up from yesterday, and we kind of touched almost 4,440, but then we reversed from there and we're currently down. So here I do think this could be a pullback, like from this sell off here. So this could be a major pullback, a 90% pullback actually, because from this high to this low, this seems like a 90% pullback. And it's already giving signs of weakness. It has already put up a pin bar right here. So this is already a sign of weakness on gold. So this is a pin bar that has formed. So it may continue coming all the way down. But if we do go past 44.40, then we can call it quits on this trade. But overall, this is a 90% pullback. So those probably looking to sell gold can do so now, aiming for 4310 and high stop loss either there. But ideally, the best stop loss would be at 4440, and you could have like a $40 stop loss here, but aiming for probably $84 take profit. So this can be a 2 to 1 trade that you can be aiming for right here on gold. So that is what we can anticipate on gold. Though there isn't any high impact news coming up unless tomorrow and the day after we do have initial jobless claims. I think that should be on Thursday. Yeah, we do have initial jobless claims and the Philly Fed. So maybe that may push gold even further down, or even today. Gold is full of surprises. It can push gold further down today, all the way to 4311, and then that can be it. Yeah, so yeah, I think we have covered that. Let's look at NAS 100. Right, so NAS 100. So NAS 100 has done something crazy today. It has put back strongly. Like it seems from yesterday, it was kind of hinting that it may drop, but today it has dropped strongly. So just on that US 30, I think you have to be holding it because it seems like maybe the market will open to the downside today, like the stock market may open to the downside. So we're talking Netflix and so on will be probably down again today, even more than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was like a negative 3%, but it seems today it may be more. So that yesterday trade, I think that would have been a great one to be in. So overall, but I don't think this move to the downside will be that strong. We might actually just be aiming for this resistance level right here from the 21st of July. So that's what we could be aiming for, where the market even reversed here. So I think that's what's going to happen again because NAS 100 seems to be obviously aiming to make a new high before the year ends. Then let's look at pound dollar. So we're now at 101 from starting this live, where we started off at $90. So pound dollar seems to also be strengthening a little bit to the downside. So we could actually be seeing ourselves probably be coming down here to 34700, or to this resistance level at 35120. This is an ideal target for today before the day ends on pound dollar. Then let's look at euro dollar. So euro dollar, um, it seems like it made a new high, but overall it could be reversing here, possibly. It could possibly be reversing. So we need to be wary of that. That euro dollar could be reversing here and following the same suit with pound dollar, especially if CPI comes out tomorrow. CPI tomorrow could either push this up to the upside, even strongly, even going past 1.17, or it could drop down even past 1.15, even seeing probably levels of 1.13500. Yeah, but ideally we want it to be here around 1.13500. So that is what I'm anticipating on euro dollar. So before we conclude, we're almost timed up. Any other pairs that you guys would like me to look at, or any other questions, feel free to use the chat. Apart from that, please note that we are still running the promos. 40% off if you're a first time user using the promo code FIRST OFP. Then, if you have been with us as a regular user, you can get 30% off using the promo code OFP30. And this promo ends on the 30th of August at 11:59 p.m. CET. So make sure you grab yourself an account before then, before this promo ends. And right now we're sitting at $104, actually 105 since this live started. So overall, our trades are actually going really well. We're really hoping to reach 2K flat by the 20th, or rather by the end of this week. Yes, by Friday. I am aiming to reach 2K on the equity on this account. So that is what I'm anticipating. This 2K, that is what I am aiming for. So Gaston would like us to finally look at USD yen. So dollar yen has been trying to have some recovery to the upside. Like all yen pairs at this point are trying to recover from this intervention. And if that does happen, Japan will be pissed. That's one thing I would say. Like they will be pissed if it does come back to these same levels around 164. So right now, I don't think the dollar wants to be pushing that higher up right now. They probably are just trying to load everybody on this boat. Yeah, so probably the take profit points would be probably 160. We could probably be touching 160.900, and then probably reversing from here and then finally crashing down once more to 155. So that is what we can anticipate on dollar yen. So thank you guys for joining me today. Remember, use a stop loss whilst you're trading, as the market is unpredictable and at any moment and any time it can reverse. Same with dollar yen. We saw that happen. I was one of the victims when yeah, dollar yen dropped. At least it was to the take profit end and not to the stop loss. And I had my stop loss, my take profit down to the downside. If I had it on, I would have been taken out in profit. But then I had to wait on that whole green bar to go up and then come back down and then finally hit my take profit. So that's why you need to have your stop losses in, your take profits in. And you are welcome, Gaston. I'm always here delivering the market news straight to your doorstep and to your home. Yes. So don't forget, guys, tomorrow we do have the prediction, and we're going to be choosing the winners for that. like we're going to be giving them points. Then by the month end, we'll be choosing the overall winner to actually get an account. For those who are interested in a free account at OFP, please be sure to join our Discord and vote for your better than expected, worse than expected, or as expected prediction on the CPI tomorrow for the euro. And then you'll be given points, which will be added up towards all your accrued points. And then you will be able to win an account. Apart from that, see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, and enjoy the rest of the day and happy trading.